go. It's painful, however I cut this. But if I take you, it should open up my way down to there, and that's what I really, really would like. And it's 6 development. Granted, it's tropical, but it's going to be bad however we cut it. Unless some of these are not tropical. Center of trade, no, but no. Let's grab the 6 dev, regular colonist, on you go. Right. Okay, well let's enjoy the British tanking our navy. Sadly, the galleys are not going to be of much use for us here. Shadow, it's all on you. Since you guys already repair in coastal seas, oh man, I remember having sailors. The British might actually beat me on the sailor count if nothing else here. So if we say goodbye to that and we just look up Great Britain here, they have 53 ships. So I'm essentially saying, yeah, my 15 heavies are much better than your 15 heavies. I kind of want to roll for a potentially better admiral at this rate. Could always fake out to Wronghold if things get too crowded, says Brelix. Now there's an idea. Yeah, I haven't been blind to the fact that we have quite a few people in today, but as long as everything stays fairly serene in chat, then it's not a problem. I always have Zen of Sudoku ready to rock and roll if we need to trim down the viewer numbers. Oh, we haven't had Zen of Sudoku on the stream for some time now, have we? Alright, let's get you guys together. Turn of the month means that you are almost entirely ready to go. And good lord, that money just vanishes, doesn't it? We could probably stand to have an actual military leader. Granted, they're between 2 and 8 pips. What an embarrassment. Alright, let's have a return of the Kefkiri. Oh, good lord. That is a bit grim. More than just a bit grim. Alright, how do we even cut this? Not easily is the answer. I need a safe space to throw my army, and Ireland is not safe. Man is potentially safe. You could use more sailors. Yeah, couldn't I just? We're in a deficit of these for some time. God, it is risky fighting the British like this. Am I really thinking that my ships are that much better than theirs? Well, we gotta get going some way, somehow. So if I sail up to here, I'm gonna unload on Man and keep an eye on the British Army's movements. But I need to sink their navy or else all is lost. You leave my man alone, says Alafiaz. Yeah, if I really need to squeeze out some sailors, I could get 720 out of Venezia, and trust me, I would. It's about as big as it gets, though. It's also a problem that they might decide to navally invade me here, and that would be a bit awkward. Because you know, with their transports, they could cause a problem for me that my army can't deal with. Right, good to know that we're already drinking some attrition around here on the seas. And the British army is over there, okay. Maybe I could catch their navy unaware, especially those transports of theirs. Especially those transports of theirs. This will give me a good idea of how well the British Navy can fight. Oh man, if the Ottomans gun me down at this point, I am all flavors of dead, but I need to get something rolling here. What's even going to help us out the most here? Gwyneth, Sligo, or Tyrone. I mean, it's all for my my good man Tyrconnell, so I guess we'll go with Sligo. And just to be 100% sure, I have them on scootage so I don't get involved in my petty little fights. I don't see any British backup fleets anywhere, which is good. So let's see what happens when we gun down the Sligo. This is a problem. I am one Carrack short of what I could bring to this engagement width. However, their engagement width is pretty awful. So I should fight them on coastal seas wherever I can to reduce the... well, that's plus 10% there, base 25. Oh well, let's see what happens. Austria, of course, dishonor because they are scum. Look at that there. They got their wooden wall, so they will fight a bit better here. But we have some help on our own side. Come on, just crack them down. Granted, this is not their heavies that we're dealing with here. Okay. But if I can stop them from navally invading me, that was a good start. That was a pretty good start. The trait I got out of it, not so great. However, now my money is even more painful because I got a bunch of ships that I don't even want. Let's go and target this single heavy because every little bit helps in that regard. Hold on, you're actually going straight towards the province of the Outer Hebrides. If I sieged that down, then I would annihilate that fleet. You'd have no transports whatsoever. However, there's a good chance that they could bring some units over here and wipe me out. Man is the safer option. Yeah, coward got away. Right, let's take Man while we can. Oh, he's actually improving the development there in Chester. What a champ. Destroy the boats. Yeah, working on... Oh my days, France! France is funding this war. You don't see that often. Wait, did I actually not put Cathkiri in charge of this army? That is so me. Still, it'll take over a month to get there. I just hope he doesn't do the reach around with his navy. Because looking at it, I might have more boats, but... yeah, I stole a bunch of banged up ones. I know he has a reasonable army in Ireland, so it's not free for me to take right now. It's nice to have a bit of prestige, though. That is a different kettle of fish. We do not normally deal in prestige. I don't think the British have what it takes to take me on in other provinces, though, so that should be okay. Austria still love me, right? Of course they do, even though I forced you to break up with Great Britain. Don't ally France, Jake. Cancel those subsidies. We never, ever ally France. Remember when I had to have a campaign where I had to have their support, otherwise I would die, but I couldn't declare war with the support because then I would ally them, and that is disallowed. Right, I'm going to get you guys over here. We're repairing the coastal sea zones, that's all very nice, but I have way too many boats right now. And that is costing me dearly. So we're going to take the flutes and the cogs, the injured cogs, and the caravel and the like. Is that enough? I mean, they're the ones that are banged up. And I'll probably, yeah, just get rid of them. They're costing me what I cannot afford. It's tempting to get rid of more of the transports as well. I do not need 6 extra transports. Hell, I don't need any of these transports until they're done with that. But they would enter the battle, so probably better not to have them out and about right now. Just yet, at least. He's fine with allying the Ataturk, but not France. DDR logic. It's arbitrary, and I have no problem with admitting to my arbitrary ways. Okay, the more I think about it, the more I think we're going to be done with man faster than... bollocks. Siege ability it is. Oh, dear God. Don't do it, Austria. Don't you do it! Well, I'll be damned. Cruel and unusual as they are, they have decided to help us out. I'm glad we got this fort right here. Glad we got this fort right here, oh my god. Well, Austria, no longer having Britain as an ally, can only call in these scrubs to join in the war. It's not filling me with thrills here. However, thank goodness they're still the Emperor of the HRE. Can't vote for them because no pragmatic sanction, but... Is this a full annexation of Hungary? Certainly not going to leave Hungary with much at the end of this, but I at least want them to border Bohemia so that more German nations see the Ottomans as the giant, spiraling out of control threat that they are. Now I don't know who's responsible for that, but they will be held accountable. I still think I have too many transports. Why am I not just getting rid of them? Any more than 10 is clearly not doing me any good, especially these cogs, since they're so outdated. I'll at least get rid of 4 of them. Never know when you're gonna need more. But every cog I have there is costing extra for all my other ships as well. Thank God for those subsidies, truly. Thankfully, though, I know that the entire British transport navy is right there. So if I can just catch the British unawares one way or another, I don't know how, but we'll figure it out, then we could be on easy street. The thing is, I don't know where their anything is. Let's build a spy network on them so things go at least a bit faster. It's rare for the Emperor to dishonor. Rare, sure, but he's malevolent, cruel, and last I checked, in debt. Well, I mean, he's going to be... Oh! Bummer. Forgot about you. I always forget about you. They're going to be a bit trashed by the end of this. Especially when you're rolling 0 against 11. Alright, we managed to grab man at the very least. Alright, you guys get the heck out of Dodge. 3 lights lost is not the end of the world, but losing the 10 ducat spoils of war I make will be the end of something. Hopefully somebody else decides to fund my wars against the British here. Now, I got man, that's all well and good, but I need a whole lot more. I think our transports can sit with man, and you're going to do a bit of a cycle around, find out where the British are and what we can do about it. I don't think their navy is keen to move against me anytime soon. Okay, here's a thought. What if we tried to take Ayrshire? Not Ayrshire perhaps, but I need to get them off of Ireland. I could leave a little teasing boat here. Just one that keeps an eye on the situation. Not a flute though, God no, leave a cog. Leave something that I'm not going to cry over the loss of. And then the rest of us go up and see what we can do with the Hebrides. Smugglers are struggling. Even at the best of times, there's nothing. It's difficult to smuggle contraband into foreign ports. Come on, we got ease of entry into man. Maybe send 1k to siege the province where the British fleet is docked. I'm pretty sure they have a 5k up in Sutherland, and my army fights like wet toilet paper. So I can't afford to just throw a single unit down. I gotta send the whole shebang. They're going to try to gun down Naxos. It's not the end of the world for me. I mean, there was no defense against it, but I'm a bit gutted here. I mean, I wanted to take on the British or the Ottomans, not both at the same time. I think they're the two mightiest fleets we have in the world, right? It's like, why is Tyrconnell at the top? Here we go. The Ottomans have the largest fleet, and the British have the most heavies that are strong. I mean, sure, France and Spain and Christ, Denmark, they have heavies, but the British ones are just inherently more badass. Okay, big risk that somebody comes along and ruins my day of taking the Outer Hebrides, but there's opportunity here. Most importantly, dislodging them from Ireland. There is a significant risk that they are in London and they're marching up under fog of war, and I won't see them until they're in Inverness. At that point it will be too late. Oh dear God. Tyrconnell feeling the benefits of scootage whilst I am peeing my pants here. And that's going to drink all my sailors. I could, granted, put these on mothball to have sailors elsewhere, but nae keen, Ken. Nae keen. Oh, well, can't forget this. The British are also at war with the Burgundians. And because this is very hard mode, this alone is enough to bring a considerable fleet into the game. There we go, that's engagement. Well, that's Coastal Sea again. Benjamin Barlow doing his utmost, but he doesn't get his +1 for being next to British provinces. Alright, I can at least outdo him there. Let's keep a hawk eye on what his navy is doing. Goodbye, Naxos, my former capital. I knew you well. Not well enough, evidently. Naxos is a pretty bad province by now, especially after Jacob ransacked it. That I did. I even burnt it down a bit. What are you up to? I wonder if he's going to come over and deal with my single cog here. Well, he is going around, we know that much. But if he appears here, then I can at least duck into Man at a moment's notice. But I need to see what's coming. Keep my eyes on the situation. It's not my strongest point. Far from my strongest point. Okay, there we go. 15,000 Brits are marching up to Lancaster. You guys are going to be there on the 18th of November. I don't think I'll get that in time. It's a risky biscuit to see if we can actually get this, because they could just march in and slaughter me, but let's risk it for a reasonable sized biscuit, right? Imagine we had to march down the... okay, well, imagine we had to march down there. How long are we talking? It's like almost a month, right? We're gonna have this in... Godspeed, guys. Godspeed. This concerns me greatly. That's tanking my income from Venice as well. On the plus side, my good friend Austria is here to serve. And boy will he be serving. I wanted this war with the Ottomans. I really wanted them to declare war on me so I could fight them mano a mano on the seas, but I can't do that when I'm dealing with the British. Which is a bit of a bummer for me. Jake, what have you been up to this week besides melting? I haven't melted, I invested in an air conditioner after last year's heat wave. Okay, laddies. You don't have long to take that. So, oh my days, where did they come from? I don't know, but they're going to be in those inner Hebrides in not very long. I still got 20 days before this. I have a feeling this won't go my way. Just a slight feeling. But love is only a feeling. And I still didn't give you a general. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ah, they're gonna get it just in time. Well, it was nice knowing you guys. Unless I have something that I can do to immediately increase my ability to siege faster. And this is 10,000 very dead soldiers. One day. Is there anything at all that can increase siege speed? Well, I mean, army professionalism does. I'm not sure I want to hire a whole bunch of generals in the minute chance. But it's not impossible. Ah, forget it. Just gotta eat the bed that I made myself. Nice job, guys. That is so rough. If only the troops were led by a general with siege. Now that wouldn't make a difference. Well, I just hope that they can retreat in time, but I think they are stack wipoed. Well, at least I get some of the manpower back. Well, that's grim. That is super grim. At least Ireland is now undefended. Yeah, except for the 22,000 Irish that are right there. I wonder what I can do here. I just gotta dislodge them from Ulster. You know, that's all. Oh, this is grim. This is real grim. Takes a long time to get off the fleet as well. Ah, man, it was one day, innit? Just one day. And you know what? I still don't have Cathkiri in charge. Cathkiri might have shaved a day off of landing, which would have gotten us the siege that bit faster, but what's a man to do? Well, I tell you, deal with the Ottomans would be a good start. Tell me, what do you want that doesn't rhyme with Naxos? A pretty good peace deal, if I dare say so myself, but I want you to get some more of this. The trouble is, Austria, no, they're still high on it. Length of war and ally in war help out a lot, so I want you to get a few more occupations. Not selling them out for money, good lord, no. For all I know is 20 stack is marching down there as we speak. But I want to just distract the guy a bit so that I can try and nail myself onto Ulster. Maybe landing in Cornwall would give you more time, Jake. It is a thought. Thing is, these units are expensive, and I am very much just throwing them away. Especially since they can't even get the siege, right? They are, they're not able to reinforce. I should probably send 2 at a time. But yeah, the idea is to try to, you know what, you're just going to die there. There's very little point in having you do that. So let's bring you back and try to do the big tricks. And then again, you guys just might get mauled by the British Navy, which I'm sure is floating around here somewhere. I don't need everyone out there, right? I just need a couple of units to keep an eye on the situation, see if anyone's marching down here. There's no way he'd take this route, right? That would just be daft. However, I do need a couple units ready to jump on Ulster at the shortest moment. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Wonder if I can just catch you. You let it catch you? If I see a heavy that I can snipe, I snipe that heavy. Oh, that guy just moved his navy. And I swear if he's using that navy to navally invade me, I have no response whatsoever. Still, I can see what all his units are doing up here. It's not a bad idea to keep an eye on it. Just leave a cheeky little cog up there, and you guys get back here. I'm not going to cry over the loss of 1 cog, but I want you to put together on a couple of boats that are ready to jump over here at a moment's notice as well. I know you're scared of my incredible navy. Almost as scared as I am of what the auto freaks are doing to me and my friend Austria. My good friend Austria. I don't want to give him those 2 ducats. Is he interested in any of this garbage land? Ottomans is making gains plus minus 50. This joker. I think the Austrian days of relevance are long over. God, it's going to be pretty difficult to snipe Ulster. A ship finished building there, yeah, but we're just talking transports. Which, granted, is the most terrifying thing you can bring to the party, because if he invades Venice, the heck can I even do? Can't raise an army. Okay, I could very expensively raise an army, peace out with the Otto friends, and then head on down to deal with it, but losing my army in the Outer Hebrides was rough. Okay, so we have got the attention of GB. Your port's there, so you can jump in and out, no messing about. Right, that is a bit of important attention that I've just secured. Hopefully they're all heading down here, hopefully. Because I have something resembling a cunning plan. Assuming they're all going to go there. Okay, there's a chance they just turn around and slap me down in Ulster, but I think this is a risk worth taking. It's just a couple of mercs. Nobody cares about merc lives. That said, though, this is getting extremely expensive, so let's actually raise some war taxes. when that fleet pops out, I need to be able to massacre it